Alrighty, folks. This is rebuttal number 2. Now, this video is a bit longer. It's 12 minutes. So I'm going to try and keep my rebuttal replies as brief as possible. But let's get into it.
How does he treat his mother? How does that help his mother?
I've heard him on different occasions call his mother really bad names.
And he provides her for most of everything he has, right?
Yes. And there's been, a couple of times where I've got upset at her and I called her names, but I've always, apologized for that, and he never has.
Yes, it's true. It's not a secret. Me and my mother disagree vehemently on a great many things. But I have never physically assaulted my mother ever, nor would I. And while it's true that me and my mother have major disagreements, that's something that occurs in every family. I mean, every family has disagreements. Okay, so I don't even know why that was even brought up. And my daughter is singing in the background, singing her ABCs and 1, 2, 3.
Because I realized, hey, she doesn't have to let me live here,
Well, that's the thing. That you were married to him. So that Taylor's in your mother's name, correct?
It is.
Okay.
It's in his mom's name.
Okay. Right. So, okay. But do you want custody of the children?
Do what?
You want custody?
Yes, I can't be without my kids. I love them to death.
Yes, you want.
All right. She wants custody. Now, allegedly, when she first come into court that first day, she allegedly did have a petition for the custody of the kids. Of course, the judge looked at it for about 2 seconds and then threw it to the side. So, but allegedly she did. But see, I think the thing that pissed the judge off was the fact that the children were not a priority. The stupid-ass EPO was a priority, which everybody down here knows me. Everybody down here knows me. I'm old-fashioned. I don't believe in hitting women. I don't believe in hell, I don't even believe in intimidating a woman. I might argue with a woman about something, but I'm not going to intimidate them, and I'm not going to threaten them. I'm not going to beat on them. I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. Okay, and everybody down here knows that. So when she brought that EPO to the judge is like, this is bullshit. Why wasn't your priority your children? But instead her priority was this dumbass EPO. Now, having said that, the judge went on ahead and approved the EPO, and it later on became an OOP, an order of protection. But I think the reason the judge okayed the order of protection was not because Andrea was right, but because Andrea was wrong. Andrea's first priority should have been those kids, and it wasn't. It was this dumbass EPO that everybody down here knows is bullshit. I mean, the first half of her complaint in the EPO is shit that happened 4 years ago. Well, it's not even relevant. It's not even fucking relevant. Okay? But anyway, let's continue.
Like as of right now, I'm staying here. Well, most of my family is in another state.
But you have a mother that can come up to visit.
Yeah, I have a mom that can come up here and visit me, and she's actually going to try to find a place up here.
Okay, and you contact with her, you have spoken with her, she knows where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
She knows where I'm at. I have spoken with her. And she does not like James.
Right. Well,
Okay, let me stop that right there. This has been proven to be false. Several people have reached out to Andrea's mother and have confirmed that Andrea's mother does not, repeat, does not hate me. And in fact, I think the world of Andrea's mother. I've stated numerous times, publicly and privately, that I consider Andrea's mother a saint. She has helped us tremendously. She helped me personally tremendously, and I just thank the gods for the woman. She is a swell woman. She is a wonderful woman. She'd come up here and would visit me and Andrea and the kids, and she was just a great person to have around. She really was. So Andrea is making an absolute blatant lie there. And why she's doing that, I don't know. But no, I have it on, from like several sources now. No, Andrea's mother does not hate me. That is bullshit. Now, I have not personally spoke to Andrea's mother because I'm not sure if it's a violation of the OOP or not. But, people have encouraged me to reach out to her, and I may do so. Maybe when I get my phone tomorrow, I'll see if I can't get a hold of Helen and talk to her myself and see what she has to say about it. But no, that's a flat out lie. All right, let's continue.
It's important, like you said, that you have to cover all your bases. You have to go to the office on the 6 days President's Day. You have to take care of that ASAP. And I'm going to tell you what I've seen James do.
Okay, now wait a minute. I don't know if you caught that. He right then just told her to go get the EPO. He right then just told her to go get it. All right. Andrea did not know what an EPO was. Andrea did not know to go and file such things. Okay, she doesn't have any criminal, civil, or even family court knowledge. She would not have known what to file, what form to get, or any of that shit. Anyway, let's continue.
Jamie has no attorney. He's lying. You know he's a liar.
I know he's lying, and my friend, like a really smart guy, he said he's bullshit you.
Okay, let's stop that. Because, here's the trolls are saying that I don't have an attorney. John Chacon, the man she's referring to right then, says I don't have an attorney. Well, who ended up being right? Yeah, I ended up being right, because I do have an attorney. In fact, I have an attorney that's one of the 3 best in the state of Kentucky, allegedly. So not only do I have an attorney, I have one of the best in Kentucky. Okay, so the trolls are lying to Andrea. Andrea is lying to the trolls. And the trolls and Andrea are both lying about me. Go figure, right? But big time lie. Let's go.
All the time,
Okay, now listen. He just asked a question. He said, how often did he threaten you? And Andrew's reply was, all the time. Okay, so now we went from just one threat on one particular day at one particular instance. Now she's saying I threaten her all the time. All the time. You heard her. She said I threatened her all the time. Okay, total bogus. Totally bogus. I've got eyewitnesses. I've got audio. I've got video where I've never threatened her. Ever. And even the time she alleged that I threatened her, I never threatened her. She claims I did, but I never threatened her. Anyway, let's continue.
Yesterday, when I stayed up most of the night because I was, crying hysterically. But I didn't want to be away from my kids, but and I did have strong feelings for him. I really did, and I'd always, tried to put myself, to get him to, do stuff with me and the kids, and half the time he wouldn't even do that.
Okay, let me stop it right there. It has now been confirmed that she did not have strong feelings for me. She in fact has strong feelings for her ex-boyfriend, Zach Barkley, who is an Army soldier in Afghanistan. He's currently serving in Afghanistan, or he was serving in Afghanistan. She in fact did not have any strong feelings for me at all. She did not love me at all. And that has been confirmed. She's in love with her ex-boyfriend, Zach Barkley. And in fact, I have evidence back there on that computer that proves that she is in love with Zach Barkley and not me. All right? I have their conversation. I have pictures. I have, all kinds of documentation to prove that she's in love with her ex-boyfriend and not with me. All right. So no, she did not love me. Now, damn, I forgot what the rest of it was. Shit. Let me rewind it.
I stayed up most of the night because I was, crying hysterically.
Okay, that is totally false. She was not crying hysterically. Remember, folks, it was Valentine's Day. She had been caught red-handed having cyber sex with 3 men on Valentine's Day instead of paying attention to her husband. All right. Later on that evening, I went on ahead and went on a Google Hangout with Brett Keane, because I figured, well, shit, you know, she's not interested in me. She's interested in these men. Okay. And she continued to cyber with these men, by the way. She was continuously cybering with these men, probably even while I was on the Google Hangout with Brett Keane. Okay, so she was not crying hysterically. And then later on that evening, when I laid down to go to bed after the hangout, she wanted to crawl in bed with me. I said, oh, no, you're not. You're sleeping on the couch. And even when I told her to sleep on the couch, she agreed. She agreed that you know, her attention was with those men and not with me. I said, look, you basically slept with those men. You showed them your body parts. You cybersexed with them. And you basically slept with them. So you're sleeping on the couch. You're not sleeping in my bed with me. And so I made her sleep on the couch. And she agreed. She agreed to that. But there was no crying. There was no worry. There was none of that. No fret. None of this bullshit. That's what she's saying is a complete lie. All right, let's continue.
I didn't want to be away from my kids, but you know, and like
she wasn't even concerned about the children at all, and the children were sound asleep anyway, so she wasn't even concerned about the children.
I did have strong feelings for him, like I really did, and I'd always, you know, tried to put myself, you know, to get him to, you know, do stuff with me and the kids, and he half the time he wouldn't even do that.
And that's total bullshit. We went to the park, we went shopping, we went to natural, you know, not holiday places, but places of importance, Natural Bridge, shit like that. National landmarks, there we go, that's what I'm thinking of. You know, we would go to national landmarks, we'd go to the park, we'd go, you know, we went all over the state of Kentucky. We, you know, Garrard, Manchester, McKee, Corbin, London. I mean, we've been all over the state of Kentucky. And there was even one opportunity where we almost had to go to Ohio because of one of the kids. We, you know, they changed that at the last minute. But I mean, you know, but no, that's a flat out lie. We've been all over the place. And I've participated in a lot of things with these children. Okay, so that's totally bogus. Let's go.
And it's because of his stupid shows he does.
Okay. My 4-hour Google Hangouts, because remember, Google didn't go to 8-hour Hangouts until much, much later. My 4-hour Google Hangout versus her 16 to 18 hours on Facebook, folks. Okay? There's no comparison between the two. So what is this? This is what I would think would, I'm almost certain this would be a form of petty jealousy. She's jealous of the fact that I've got friends that I talk to online, even though she's back there having cyber sex with people and talking to people behind my back, saying all manner of evil against me behind my back, and I'm sitting here in public talking with people that I enjoy being with. But there's even more than that. There are occasions, at least 2 or 3 occasions, where I laid down and left the hangout running and left her in this seat talking to Alf, talking to Nessie, talking to, you know, various and sundry other people. Even the traitorous lone wolf was there, I think, on one occasion. You know, the lone wolf that we now know sided with Mr. Dark Zodiac in an attempt to get my wife to leave me by talking to her on Facebook in her ear. Yeah, that lone wolf. His, you know, I've got still pictures of lone wolf right there on her friends page. Bam. His name was Leon. Anyway, but yeah, you know. But anyway, let's continue.
Is there any chance for reconciliation at all, or do you want to just run away? You want to stay away?
Well, after like I heard him say about explosives and stuff, I'm sitting there like, okay, this guy's a lunatic. You don't go and open threats to people.
He said he was gonna.
Okay, and let me stop. All right. First of all, I have no explosives. That's a lie. I have no explosives. I don't. Not one. That's a lie. But even if I did have explosives, the point is that this is where she starts to defend the very people that want to kill me. Remember, Mr. Dark Zodiac came on to Blog TV Live on my co-host and said he wanted me dead. He literally made death threats live on Blog TV. And this is the person and the persons that she is now defending. So let's listen closely. She's defending literally the people who want to hurt her husband. Okay, let's continue.
He said if anybody showed up on the property that he had guns and explosives. I don't know what is on the Hangouts.
Okay, so see, she's defending. This is a classic case of Stockholm Syndrome, folks. She's literally defending the very people that want to hurt me, want to hurt her, and want to hurt her children. Remember, the people she's talking to, some of them at least, were conspiring to get our children taken away from us, were conspiring to do me bodily harm, or at the very least have me incarcerated. Okay, and she is befriending and is now even defending these individuals. So this is a classic case of Stockholm Syndrome. A textbook case of Stockholm Syndrome right here, where she's literally defending the very people that want to cause her harm. Okay, let's continue.
It was. Yeah. Like on occasion he would take me to get clothes. And on occasion he would take me to the grocery store all the time, and doctor's office, stuff like that. Yeah, he did take me to Golden Corral for my birthday and stuff. He was nice about that.
Okay, so now she's done a complete 180 from what she said before. Because remember, she said before I wouldn't take her anywhere. Now she's admitting that I do take her places. And that we went all over the damn place. Okay, so now she's done a complete 180 of what she said before. Like I said, lies, lies, and lies on top of lies. And see, when you say lie after lie after lie on top of lie, you forget the lies that you did before. Okay, so now she's done a complete 180 and admitted that she had lied the first time when she said I wouldn't take her nowhere. Okay, let's continue.
As a father, how would you say, how was he?
He was attentive sometimes, but sometimes he would get really into the shows and he wouldn't. So I would end up if I was at my computer doing whatever I do, whenever one of them I have access to where I can be able to watch them. I would have access to watch them while be on the computer, playing Facebook games.
Okay, she admitted finally that she was playing Facebook games. You had to listen real carefully, it's real faint, but she finally admitted to playing Facebook games. Okay, she was on the computer 16 to 18 hours a day playing Facebook games and talking to people on Facebook. Alright, versus my 4 hours in the evenings talking to, friends here on the computer. Okay, the bulk of my time was actually paying attention to the kids, paying attention to the house. Okay, she would lay in the bed during the day complaining of migraines, complaining of all kinds of aches and pains. And then at night she was cybering and on Facebook. Alright, that was her agenda. My agenda was taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, taking the trash out when it needed to be took out. Now she did take the trash out a couple times, but typically I took the trash out. And basically, doing the things that she was normally supposed to be doing. Because she wasn't doing them. She's laying in a damn bed. Complaining. She never did do them. Okay? I've been basically a single parent even when Andrew was here. And that is a fact. And I have eyewitnesses to that fact. My own family members would come in and say, hey, Andrew, why are you, get up, get motivated, take care of these kids, take care of this house. She wouldn't do it. She would not do it. I don't know why. I guess because she's got people talking into her ear. Oh, Andrew, you don't need to do that. You don't need to be a mother. You don't need to be a wife. You need to leave him. You need to get away. Talking into her ear. Because we now know for a fact that she had been talking to John Jacone since at least November of last year, folks. November of last year. that she's and the trolls even before then, because Andrea, before she left here, admitted that she had been talking to the trolls for a, quote, long time, unquote. Now how long it is, I don't know, she never specified, but long time would indicate longer than her time with John Chacon. Okay, so if John Chacon started talking to her, or she started talking to him last November, then she had to have been talking to the trolls longer than that. Okay, I suspect she was probably talking to the trolls probably about a year and a half before this all went down in February. All right, let's continue.
At any point, if I may, at any point has Vaughn ever tried to convince you that the world was going to end or that you were in danger? Or, you tell me about.
Like, when I first had met him, he told me about how the world was going to end, that I needed to come up here to stay with him, to survive whatever it is he's talking about. Like, he had me convinced, because he had showed me numerous things. Yeah, and I was like, okay, it just didn't happen when he said, and then he just kept on and on and on, and so in the meantime, I'm like, nothing's happened.
And I have to bring this up too.
Okay, before we get into something else, okay, let's be clear about this once and for all. My conversations with her on SinglesNet had absolutely nothing to do with the end of the world, the New World Order, government corruption, solar storms, or anything else. It had nothing to do with that. My conversation with her on SinglesNet was that I wanted a young wife who wanted to have children and who wanted to come up here and live with me. I mentioned nothing about any conspiracy theory of any kind. The conspiracy theories I didn't even discuss with her until she was already up here. Okay, so this is a blatant lie right here. But now let's take devil's advocate. Let's say I did speak about the solar storm. Okay? Well, first of all, the solar storm technically still could happen until January of 2015. Okay, so we're not out of the woods when it comes to the solar storm. But moreover, a solar storm doesn't destroy the world. It doesn't. It doesn't destroy the world. I'm sorry, it doesn't. No solar storm does. Okay? The best that the solar storm could do would maybe scorch a third of the earth and or knock out the security grid, the electrical grid, excuse me, for a period of anywhere from months to years. Okay? And if you're properly prepared, you could probably survive it. Okay? So, this crap that, I used that as a tool to get her up here. No, I'm sorry, that is a blatant lie. It didn't happen. And in fact, the solar storm's possible occurrence is only anywhere from 20 to 80%, depending on who you talk to. Okay, so the solar storm's not even a given anyway. It may not even happen. I mean, we could just get nothing but a bunch of pretty lights in the sky. Okay, so the solar storm's not even a given to happen. And she knew all this. She knew all this because she followed me. And in fact, there was many times, as pointed out by Candy Rain, there was many times when she was back there in the computer agreeing with every damn thing I said. So if she's so damn scared, why was she back there agreeing with me whenever I mentioned this stuff? But she gave me support. She gave me, she's back there agreeing with me when I said these things. And it's just, she's totally lying here. All right, now they're going to shift into something else, I think, here. So let's see what that is.
He is very open about wanting another woman, and he's complaining, and I know that the complaints are unfounded, you said they're untrue, but...
Like...
How was that? How was that on you when you flirts with women?
When he flirts with people, as far as I know, I did give him permission to have another woman in the house because I wanted somebody to hang out with. Because I didn't have any friends, up here. So when he started talking about 2 or 3 women, I said, whoa, I never said that.
You're right. She didn't say it. But I told her before she even came here that I was into multiple wives, that I believed in polygamy, and that I believed in having multiple wives. She knew that from day one. She knew that from the very beginning. This is not something that was sprung on her out of the blue. She knew all of this stuff well in advance. I told her on SinglesNet well in advance everything about me. I hid absolutely nothing about me, about my beliefs, about my views, about, sex, none of that. I never hid any of that shit from her. None of it. Okay, so she's lying here yet again, saying that I sprung this shit on her when I did not. Now, the interesting thing is, though, about having the woman, at least she did admit that she wanted the woman for a companion. But that's not true totally either, because she's bisexual, and I have her porn collection. I have possession of her porn collection. So, if she wants to try and float this idea that she's not bisexual, I got her porn collection. All I got to do is cover up the naughty bits and show a nice big screenshot of all the videos she downloaded, and let you all see. I'll just cover up the naughty bits so I don't get it flagged. But I'll let you see it. Okay, it's quite an extensive collection too, I might add. Okay, and about 70% is woman-on-woman action. Okay, so this bullshit that she's not bi and that she just wanted a woman for a friend, well, it's partially true, but, the fact that she's bi is not in question. Okay, the fact that she's a nymphomaniac is also not in question. Alright, let's continue.
You brought that up. And there's one time he asked me, would he want to be with, a single, would he want to have sexual intercourse with a single straight woman? I looked at him, I said, hell no, I'm no, I'm just like, why would you even ask me? Yes. No, and at the end of his video, or hang he was in, he said, I'm glad I got her out of here so I can get 2 other women in the house. And I saw that, oh my god, I was so mad. Oh.
Okay, now, this is absolute hypocrisy at its finest. Because the whole premise, remember folks, the whole premise for Andrea leaving me in the first place is that she's going to go have sex with these men that she's been cybersexing with behind my back. That was the whole premise of her leaving. Is she's going to sow her wild oats and she's going to go out here and experiment with all these weird, goofy, sexual whatever. Okay? That was the whole premise of her leaving, is that she's going to go have sex with these people. But yet she's going to sit there and bitch at me because now that she's gone and she's out having sex, she's going to bitch at me for me wanting to have some? Really? I mean, this is the height of hypocrisy, guys. This is the height of hypocrisy right here. And by the way, the thing about the 2 women, if you actually go and watch Brett's live hangout, unedited, you'll see that I'm actually joking. I'm actually laughing about the damn thing. I wasn't serious at all. But I mean, look at how she got so serious about that shit, and it wasn't even serious at all. It was a joke. But the height of hypocrisy, that she wants to leave my house and go have sex with strange men, but yet she doesn't want me to. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? And in the same breath, she said, I used to care about him. Okay, which means she no longer cares about me. Okay, you catch that? Okay, it's very important, and my daughter's still singing in the background. But it's very important that you catch that. I used to care about him. I used to care about him. Which means she no longer does. Now we're going to flesh that out a little bit better later on. Okay, but anyway, let's continue.
I was like, and then there's one point in the video, or the hangout he was in, that he said he did not love me. And, I'm like, I keep to myself, he would keep to himself, some, and I basically, I respected what there and stuff, and, vice versa. He would, do it, openly, but, when I went to bed, he would still do it, and I don't know, what he would say, to them when, I would go to bed.
Okay, let me stop it there. All right, she's claiming that I said on the Google Hangout that I no longer loved her. Okay, she's half right. What she's not telling you is that I said I couldn't love somebody that was having cyber sex behind my back, because it was the height of treason. It was the height of betrayal, and that it would be hard for me to love somebody that's cheating on me behind my back. That's what I said. See, you notice she doesn't bring up the fact that she's cheating on me at all. She doesn't bring that up. She just mentions the fact that I commented that I couldn't love her. Well, I can't love somebody that's cheating on me. I mean, come on, how are you going to do that? It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to love somebody that's literally right behind you having cyber sex with strange men, right? And remember, folks, it's a total of 11 men on 6 different occasions spanning a 4-year period. Okay? Crazy. Absolutely insane. All right. Anyway, let's continue.
I don't have any idea,
Right. Well, just on your opinion, do you think that there's any possibility that there may be, and I'm only saying this because there seems to be there seems to be a little bit to the story where he turns out maybe of questionable age, and then 24 hours later he has to get a whole new hard drive. I find that kind of fishy, don't you?
Wait, a new hard drive?
Right.
Okay, the hard drive is total bullshit. There is no hard drive. There never was a hard drive. They're now saying I have the hard drive buried in my backyard. There is no hard drive. There never was a hard drive. What the trolls are saying, what the trolls are talking about. I allegedly have some sort of secret information, okay, and I've got it on a hard drive. And I pulled the hard drive, and I've got it buried in my backyard, or I gave it to somebody, or whatever the fuck. There is no hard drive, okay? And even Andrea admits there is no hard drive. All right, let's continue.
I don't know nothing about that.
That happened. I mean,
Didn't happen.
It's not concrete.
Well, there was like a stupid Kelly vid, but that turned out to be a setup.
Right, but what we're saying...
I'm shocked that she actually admitted that the Kelly video was a setup. That's a shocker. Couldn't believe that one. She actually defended me one time. That's amazing. Anyway, let's continue.
Is after that came to a head, 24 hours later, he had to wait in a whole new archive. Which would happen.
I don't remember that at all. Like, I don't remember him getting another... And I'm telling you right now, half the stuff he does, I wouldn't even have done.
Right. Well, again, I just bring because it could be important later. Well, this is very important. At any point, have you ever felt honestly that your life was in danger over there?
Yes. Like, one day, I was testing him just how,
I was testing him. Did you catch that? I was testing him. All right, let's continue.
This goes with the, fist, in my face. I was testing him one day. We were talking, but, I was testing one day to see just how far he would go. And I threw an empty pop can at his computer monitor, and the guy went crazy. He's like, you tried to kill me, you tried to kill me. I'm like, over a little pop can, that can't even hurt, nothing.
All right, let me stop it there. All right, first of all, it was not a pop can. It was this very, very heavy computer mouse. This is a thick sumbitch. All right, and as you can see, she threw it so hard that the light doesn't even work on it no more. Okay, she threw it right here at this desk. It hit the window edge and fell behind the bed. I had to literally get up, move the bed out of the way to get it. All right, this thing right here, this is tough. This is hard. Okay, this isn't like an empty pop can which will bend. This thing won't bend. Okay, if this hits you, and especially if it hits you in the right place, it could at least render you unconscious, and yes, possibly even kill. Okay, this is a hard object. Okay, this is not like an empty pop can which is going to bend if you're hit with it. This thing will not bend. This thing will hit you and it'll hurt. Okay, But she threw it so hard. Notice, the light doesn't work. She threw it so, she broke it. She actually broke it to where the light don't work. But the point is that I reached behind the bed, I got it, brought the mouse over, sat back down, I examined the mouse to see if it had been broken, noticed that the light was out, and then I must have had it kind of like this probably, but I had the mouse in my hand, and I turned to her, and I said, Andrea, you could have killed me with this. You could have killed me with this. That's exactly what I want. Now notice the distance from her desk to me, okay? This was obviously not in her face, okay? I don't know where she's getting this in your face bullshit, because obviously the distance between us, it couldn't be in her face, okay? Unless she's using that as colloquialism or something. But now with me holding the mouse like this, it's entirely possible that she could have mistaken my hand as a fist. But I clearly had the mouse in my hand. It was in my hand. But if I'm holding it like this, okay, maybe she thought it was a fist and didn't see the mouse, okay? Maybe that's a possibility. But there's no way it was in her face. She's too damn far away. Look where she's at. She's got to sit all the way around that corner there. Okay, there's no way it was in her face. And I turned to her and I said, Andrea, you could have killed me with this thing. Now maybe kill was the wrong word. Maybe hurt, injure, knock unconscious. But the point is that no way was it considered a threat. No way was I close enough to have considered it a threat. You know, no way. All right. But this is the object. This two-tone gray mouse is the object of bone of contention right here. This is it. It was not a pop can. An empty pop can cannot harm. And I would not have reacted to an empty pop can. Because an empty pop can, like I said, if an empty pop can hits you, it's going to bend around you. It's not going to penetrate or try to, break something. It's just, the pop can will bend around you. It's flexible. Okay? But no, it was this computer mouse, and as you can see, the mouse no longer lights up due to the fact that she threw it. All right? Let's continue.
I will say this, I did not feel safe. I did not feel my kids were safe. And the ride I had did not have enough, space for 3 kids plus me and my ride. And so when I go to meet my friend did not have any space either. And so that's why we decided that today we'd go up there and try to, talk to him.
She never tried to communicate with me at all. Nobody ever tried to communicate with me. And a truck has plenty of space in it. She could have sat in the back of the truck and let the kids sit up front, for that matter. She could have crammed all 3 kids in the cab of the truck. It was a small truck, I'll give you that. It was an economy truck, a very small truck, but she still could have squeezed everybody in there if she wanted. She'd have had to put more stuff in the back of the truck, but she could have squeezed them all in there. So that too is a lie. But let me stress that she just said that they tried to come up here and talk to me. They did not. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Nobody tried to communicate with me at all.
I didn't know it was President's Day. No. I'm going to show, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm not going back there unless I'm protected. I'm not. I'm going to get I don't care about to get if I go with me. I do not feel safe. But with all these damn threats, that was a tell to me that,
Okay, once again, Stockholm Syndrome. She's literally defending the very people that threatened to do me harm. And by saying that I threatened these individuals. Yes, I threatened these individuals because they wanted to do me harm. They wanted to get me incarcerated, etc., etc. So yeah, I'm going to threaten them, absolutely, because they threatened me. I have a right to defend myself, folks. Okay, that's not only a constitutional right, it's a God-given right. I am well within my right to defend myself. Okay, so she is portraying classic Stockholm Syndrome here, where she is literally defending people that want to do her husband and herself and her children actual, real harm. Remember, these are the same people that called CPS and got her kids taken away, folks. Okay, John Chacon, via phone records, and a woman by the name of Katie Childers have now been confirmed by phone records as calling CPS. They were the ones that started the whole CPS mess. They started it. Okay? They're the ones that did it. Okay? So, the very person that Andrea left to go be with is the very person that called CPS to take her children away. Now, I will give her the fact that she may have not known that at first. I'll give her that. But she sure as hell should know it by now. She sure as hell should know it by now. If she still doesn't know it, I'll make sure that it's on court record. That way she'll have to know it. Okay, but, you know, and in fact, that's one of the things that I do need to bring up in court. Is that, you know, is that John Chacon was the one that started all this CPS mess. Because if it hadn't been for him and Katie Childers starting this mess, we probably would still be married, wouldn't we? Alright, let's continue. We're almost done with this video.
Yeah. And see, like, with friends, there's another issue. There, like, was another issue that happened, like, the same day I was leaving. He said, I could kill you for this.
No. I said, you could kill me with this. She twisted the words in her mind. I said, you could kill me with this. She twisted the words in her mind.
So, you know he can't, right? He can't do that. I know he
Okay. And he acted like he was going to grab the gun. And I'm staring at him like, you know. So that's when, I had called my friend, and I said...
Her friend, who is John Chacon, the man that called CPS.
And come get me now.
And by the way, I reached in my desk. Where is it? For this. This is what I reached in my desk for. A screwdriver. The knob on one of my drawers here on the side had fallen off. And I reached for my screwdriver. I didn't reach for a gun. And look where she is. Okay, she's back there. Alright, she's back there. There's no way she could see what was in my lap any damn way. My back is to her. She's back there, and my back is to her. How did she know I was reaching for a gun? You know how? Because John Chacon was on Facebook. She was talking to John Chacon on Facebook, and he was literally telling her that I'm going to hurt her. I'm going to do her physical harm. You need to get out of there, blah, 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 blah. And then I guess when I reached in my desk for the screwdriver, she told him I was reaching in my desk, and he's like, oh, he's going to get a gun. He's going to shoot you, Andrew. He's going to shoot you. You got to run. You got to run. And that's what she's talking about. Now, let's continue.
So my friend just took off.
we're not sure what we can do to help you, but you're going to need to keep so we can get in touch.
Okay. Like I said, like I'm on friend's laptop.
Right. So you're going to be there for a while now, right?
Yeah, that when I saw what he
Said, I'm like, why would I want to go back to somebody like that?
We'll see what we can do for you. Did you say that again? Sure. Right. Andrea, I'm thank you. I hope we can help. What we'll do, Andrea, is we'll call you back probably in the next 15 or 20 minutes. We're going to sit down and we're going to see what we can work out, and we'll let you know what we can do. So stand by for us, all right?
Okay.
Okay, so now see, there they admit themselves that they are in communication with her. They're actually going to call her back repeatedly. Okay, they're calling her back repeatedly. Okay, so this right here, okay, listen, coercion and manipulation are still on the books in the state of Kentucky, and I suspect they are in many other states as well. Okay, we've got them on audio and video saying that they are going to call her back and do more of this interview. They're going to do more of it, okay? Anyway, I need to use the restroom, and I'm going to cut this off at this point. So this is the end of James the Worthless Liar, the second rebuttal, and y'all have a pleasant day.